Today, y'all, I'm finna show y'all how to make a Cajun classic, dirty rice. A little bit cleaner than the traditional way. Let's get to it.
Hey y'all, my name's Zach. Y'all may know me from ranting in my truck, stand-up comedy, or my outdoor apparel brand, Triple B Outdoors. Me and my family have been sharing recipes for as long as I can remember, and now we're gonna share them with you. All nanny approved, Russian family recipes.
What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming back to Russian Family Recipes with me, and got a little bit of a treat for y'all today. Today we're making dirty rice. Now there's gonna be a lot of people out there that get really mad about the way that I make my dirty rice. Traditional dirty rice involves chicken hearts, chicken gizzards, chicken livers. We're not gonna use any of that shit today. That's not what my family eats. If you're more of a traditionalist and that's the way that you wanna make it, feel free to add them in there. But today we're gonna be using 1 pound of ground chuck, 1 pound of your breakfast sausage. Now this is the spicy blend because I think it gives it a little bit more flavor. You're gonna need 3 cups of rice. You're gonna need a little salt and pepper, one 32 ounce box of chicken broth. I am using the unsalted one because we're adding a lot of seasoning to this. You're also gonna need 1 white onion, 2 sticks of celery, 1 green bell pepper, and 1 bunch of green onions. And as far as the little stuff you're gonna need, 1 stick of butter, tablespoon and a half of your favorite Cajun seasoning, and 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now this stuff right here is not available to everybody. It's called Kitchen Bouquet. This right here is a browning and seasoning sauce that we use a lot down here in the South, but you can pick this up at any of your local Walmarts if you're gonna try to make a Cajun dish, but you're a little bit above the Mason-Dixon line. So first thing we gotta do is, it's really important that you have a Dutch oven. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start browning our meat down. So I'm gonna get this pot right here heated up. We're gonna drop that meat in. All right, y'all, first thing we gotta do is take you a little bit of vegetable oil, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever you want. Put you a little bit in the bottom of your covered cast iron pot or your Dutch oven, for those out there that wanna call it that. Take your 1 pound of ground chuck and your 1 pound of breakfast sausage and go ahead and just dump both of those in there. Now, once those get in there, they're gonna start sizzling. Go ahead and mash these jokers up. Gonna get a good little brown on it. All we doing is browning this, is we're gonna cook this in the oven. By the way, right now would be a really good time for y'all to go ahead and preheat y'all's oven to 300 degrees. All right, y'all, as you can see, got all the browning going on. Gonna go ahead and cut the fire down a little bit on this right here. All the meat is browned. That's all we were looking for right there. Now, you can use a spoon like this right here. You can use one like this. I have opted to use a way bigger container. Now is the time that we're gonna take all of this meat and you wanna try to leave as much of that liquid in there as you possibly can, because we're gonna use that. That's a lot of flavor in there. Go ahead and get all this meat out of this pot right here. All right, y'all, I got all the juices and everything out of the pot and I have set them aside. I'm gonna show y'all what to do with them here in just a little bit, but for right now, the pot's completely emptied out, brought it back up to temperature. You're gonna add 1 whole stick of butter right into the pot. Let that get melted down. We're gonna saute them vegetables in that. All right, y'all, we got the butter pretty much melted down here now. Now it's time you add 1 white onion, 1 bell pepper, 2 or 3, depending on how much you like. Can't remember what I did with this recipe. Sticks of celery and 1 bunch of green onions. Go ahead and dump that whole thing in there. Make sure you get all that goodness off that plate. Get all that on there. Stir them around. We're gonna let these get good and soft. Now I will tell you right now, if you're anything like me, I can never have enough garlic, ever. I love garlic. So right here, 3 tablespoons minced garlic. Go ahead and throw that in there with it. It can be fresh garlic. It could be fresh garlic. It could be one of the ones out of the container. It don't matter. They all taste the same to me. It's way easier just to buy it already chopped or minced, I guess, if you're a chef. I'm not a chef. I just know how to damn cook. Go ahead and keep stirring these around. We're gonna let these cook down probably about 15 minutes, depending on your stove. Could be done in 10, could be done in 30. But you want them good and soft. You don't want no crunch in your dirty rice. All right, y'all. Got the vegetables all nice and translucent down in here. I believe it's been enough. Now you wanna go ahead and bring your heat down. You don't want them to overcook. You know, there's a fine line between cooked and mushy. So go ahead and bring them down. But at this time, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add all of our meat back in. Juices, everything that you didn't strain out at the beginning, go ahead and add all that back in. Mix it up real good, get a good mixture going, make sure all them vegetables are incorporated with it. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 tablespoons of your favorite Creole seasoning. It don't have to be mine, it can be Tony's, it can be stale crackers, it can be whatever. We're gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of it. Go ahead and mix that in. Gonna give it a little bit of flair to it. It's a Cajun dish, y'all. So we got to make sure we put a little Cajun twist on it. Now, me personally, I've noticed over the years that a lot of that seasoning gets lost in this dish because there's so much going on. So I am gonna take a little bit of black pepper. Go ahead and get me a little bit more of that in there. And I'm gonna take me a little bit more salt. I'm gonna crack me some salt in there. Once you get them two in there, go ahead and give it one more good mix. Make sure everything's good and incorporated. Once you get everything incorporated, now, I told y'all earlier on in the video, all them drippings from this meat, all that flavor, all that fat. What I do with it, I added it to my 132 ounce box of chicken broth. I just added all of it in here at the same time, mixed it all together. So now we're gonna add all of that back to the pot. Go ahead and pour all of that in there. Now, go ahead and mix that up, let them flavors get incorporated in there. All right, y'all, now you got your fat mix back in there with your chicken broth. Now I want y'all to add 3.5 cups of water. Oh yeah, we're getting to that good part now. Now, at this point, this right here is 100% optional. I do this, my grandmother doesn't when she makes her dirty rice, but I do it. I get me 1 container of better than bouillon beef flavor. And there ain't no measurement to this, it's just whatever your heart's feeling that day. You get you a scoop of it, about like that right there. Put that in there. Push it around, get off the spoon. This stuff's, a lot of people use bouillon cubes and stuff. Throughout my time, I've kind of noticed that this right here works a little bit better, got a little bit more flavor to it. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Put the lid back on that. Mix that up really good. I like the contrasting flavors. I like the chicken broth with the beef bouillon in it. I can't explain to you why I like it. I just do. Now, once you get that good and stirred up, last but not least, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of this kitchen bouquet. That is a browning and seasoning sauce. It's gonna give you dirty rice, that dirty look that we're looking for. I had about a tablespoon left in here, so I went ahead and poured the whole thing in. Now I want y'all to watch as this thing changes colors as I go to turn it. See that browning? That's the color we're looking for right there. At this time right here, nothing to it. Got everything incorporated. Go ahead and bring this back up to a boil. Bring your heat up to high. Let it come to a boil. But while we're waiting on that to come to a boil, get you 3 cups of rice. Now I'm using jasmine rice. That's my favorite kind of rice, so I use jasmine rice. You're more than welcome to use brown rice. You can use white rice. You can use basmati rice. You can use sushi rice. It doesn't really matter. But go ahead and add all 3 cups of that right there into the pot. Give it a good start. We're gonna wait on this to come to a boil, and I'm gonna show you what to do in the last little piece of this. All right, y'all, as you can see, it's gonna come to a boil. I'm gonna give it one last little stir around here just to make sure everything's incorporated in there. At this time, go ahead, turn your fire off. Grab your lid, put it on top. We're gonna take this joker over to the oven. Put it right there on the rack. Oh, gotta fold it this way. Push it in. We're gonna let that go for 1 hour. Oh no, 60 minutes. Boom, 1 hour. Go to bed, see you when you wake up. All right, y'all, it's been 1 hour. Bring it over here to the stove. We're gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, don't open it, don't do nothing. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna show y'all what's inside. All right, y'all, 5 minutes is up. Time for the big reveal. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, that right there is perfect dirty rice. Look at that right there. The color, everything. We'll go ahead and let this cool for just a minute. I'm gonna give me a plate of this. Go ahead and give it a little mix up right here. Y'all, this is perfect. Not even sticking to the sides, not sticking to the bottom, nothing. Telling y'all, especially if you're going to a cookout, if you're going to a family reunion, you need to bring a big dish, feed a lot of people, can't go wrong with dirty rice. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what, I ain't even gonna wait. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of this pot. Go ahead and plate me some of this up. Put me a couple scoops in this bowl right here. Let it cool down for just a minute and get that first bite. As always, I want to tell y'all I really appreciate y'all coming home with me into the kitchen. This is just where I like to share my family recipes. The Russian Family Recipe book has been in our family for years and years. We keep adding to it, and it means a lot to me for y'all giving me the opportunity to come into y'all's life and share some of my recipes and my family's recipes with y'all. That's what all this is about, y'all. Good food brings good people together. I've always said that, and my grandpa said that, his daddy told him that. It stayed true throughout all the years, all the generations. Good food will always bring good people together. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna give y'all a little taste test real quick. See what's popping with this dirty rice right here. Give me a little bit of onion, a little bit of celery. Knowing I'm about to burn my damn mouth. I can't help it. I love this shit. Y'all, ain't nothing better. That's Cajun comfort food right there. You want to spice it up a little bit? Throw your Louisiana hot sauce on the top of it. Y'all be good. Love y'all to death. I'll see y'all next time right here on Russian Family Recipes. Make sure you push that subscribe button, turn on the bell where you're going to be notified every time we release a new damn recipe. We're releasing one every week from here on out. Love y'all to death. I'm going to go eat shit.